Okay, so we're starting at Big Rock Trail, which is the first let-in, and if you hike this trail without the recent extension, as far as I've measured it several times before, it comes to about 2.2 miles from where we are. Dalton State College Trail System features several well-maintained interconnecting trails that can make for a peaceful and beautiful walk in the woods. While it never ventures too far from the campus, and you can sometimes be within sight of campus buildings and houses and condos in surrounding neighborhoods, you can still have the feeling of being away from it all. It's never been crowded out of all the times that I've been, and during the fall you can experience some beautiful changes of the season. We hiked in at the first trailhead that you encounter when you come off of College Drive and you turn onto George Rice Drive near the tennis courts. The first let-in is Big Rock Trail, and it follows about a half of a mile. It starts out with a steep climb. You can get a good cardio workout coming in on this entrance, but it goes about a half mile before it connects with the College Creek Trail, which then runs approximately one more mile, maybe a little bit over, before it connects with the Cascade Trail. The final mile along the Cascade Trail will bring you to the outlet at the James Brown building just off of Mount Haven Drive. AllTrails will tell you it's around 2.5 or a little bit more than 2.5. But all of my other apps that I use measure it at around 2.2 miles. It is a very beautiful hike, and I encourage you, if you haven't been over here to this trail system, give it a try. Okay, so we're starting at Big Rock Trail, which is the first let-in, and we are parked right there. We heard from others recently that the trail over here has become overgrown, so we're going to find out today. But the first part of this trail is definitely the hardest if you start at this end near the tennis courts, because you've got some climbing to do. It can get pretty steep. We're at the intersection of Big Rock Trail and the extension that they built here a few years ago. Now, if you take this extension, and it'll add about 2 miles to the trail, and you will come out further down the main trail here. If you continue over towards Mount Haven, it'll turn into a 4-mile hike. Then you have to hike back across the campus to get back to the car, or double back on the trail and take, if you stay on the main trail, it's about 2.2 miles. This is where Big Rock Trail becomes College Creek Trail. You can take this trail back down to the parking lot. You would have parked further on up on George Rice Drive to get to this trailhead. It makes it a little bit, if you're wanting to take a shorter loop, you can come up that trail and get on College Creek Trail. There are a lot of rocky areas on this trail, so it is not a smooth, even hike. You do need good shoes, and you need to be careful where you're stepping. this is where College Creek Trail, the main trail, becomes Cascade Trail. This looks like just a little, almost like a service road right here. But anyway, when you come to this point, Cascade Trail continues up. Eventually on Cascade Trail, you're going to come to a switchback, and it's going to look like you can go either left or right. However, this is not intended to be the trail or any trail right here as it's marked. They've got it on the signpost right here, Cascade Trail. You can either go to the right and continue, or you can switch back and go back that way. Here's another crossroads that we come to, but they've got it pretty clearly marked. They've got a signpost here. Cascade Trail continues to the right, so we are going to continue this direction where Muyi is standing, and or if you're going the other direction, you would go left. Cascade is where the water cascade or the waterfall is. I'm sure it's dry today. And this isn't marked. There isn't a sign indicating where this leads, but if you go this direction, I am pretty sure this comes out at the parking lot at one of the apartment buildings at Park Canyon Apartments, because I noticed one of the buildings has a trail there leading into the woods at the building. I was told that it leads over here to Cascade Trail at the college, so I'm pretty sure that's where that goes. Okay, we are at the exit point over on Mount Haven Drive at the James Brown building. There's the building. Here's the sign for Cascade Trail, which becomes College Creek Trail, which becomes Big Rock Trail. And here's a map. Okay, so this is where we exited at the James Brown building just now. If you follow the trail back around, you come to the Cascade Spur, which goes to the cascade or the waterfall. It's about a half mile on it. You follow it on around, Cascade Trail. And when you get to this point on the trail, it becomes College Creek Trail. And then a short distance, it is Big Rock Trail. And that's where we came in, way down here. And if you were to hike the extension, which is the Gretchen and John Lugthart Ridge Trail, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing their last name right, but that's a 3-mile extension that goes here off of Big Rock. You follow it on around, and we have hiked it. And if you follow that extension 3 miles, by the time you come out up here at the James Brown building where we are, you've hiked over 4 miles. And instead of doubling back, I think we're just going to walk across the campus back to our car. I'm going to keep measuring the distance, but as far as the trail is concerned, we did about 2.2 miles.